Hi everyone. This is very short, but I want to go over the extra credit that I talked about in the syllabus. It's called the documentation of competency. All biology classes have this option. Dr. Zeidel, the department chair, she is the one who develops this. I have only changed one or two things, and that is the top few paragraphs because I have certain criteria I expect to be done. At the top, well, first of all, the doc gives you 10 extra points on the test. So if you do doc number 1, which I will show you where it ends in a minute, if you do doc number 1, and you can see right here, and complete it, and bring it in on the day of the test, and it's done accurately and completely, I give you 10 extra points on the test that you took for that unit. So if you got an 80 on the test and you did the doc, you'll get a 90. So there's a huge benefit to doing it, not only for the extra credit points, but it goes over all the content in the same order that we are using in class. And it helps you retain, learn, and do better on the test. So I can't recommend it more. I have also had students that use this doc in anatomy and physiology because A&P does not review this material. It expects you to know it from our class. So it is helpful in many different ways. There are 4 docs, just like there are 4 tests. 1 doc, 1 test. You can't hand it in late. It must be in the day of the test, in the morning, not at 6 o'clock at night. I have to be there. You cannot earn half credit. Either it is complete or it is not. Then you are not to use anything computer generated. All work is to be done by hand. Now, if you feel like you can't draw, and many students are like, I can't draw, I don't grade the drawings. I just look to see that you did them as correctly as you can. You can trace. I allow you to take tracing paper, trace an image. Say you're doing the digestive system, which is in Doc 1. You're supposed to draw it. And you take this picture, take tracing paper, and you can put it into your doc and then do all the labeling and things that they require. But you can't scan and you can't take from the web. And the reason I do that is you're not learning. You have to be engaged with the material, and the best way to be engaged is to be writing it, and it helps you study. So I really encourage 100% of the class to do it. It is not mandatory. It does take quite a bit of time. Doc 1 and Doc 2 in particular, they tend to be the longest of the docs. Now you can see Doc 1 starts here. Then you'll see objective. The objective refers to this sentence, and all that is telling you is this is the objective of the material below it. So here is where you start to answer questions. All of this goes under objective 1. Then you have objective 2. And it sort of falls along, it does follow along with the sequence of the course. So here's the second page of Doc 1. Goes into the chemistry, and then organic chemistry. That's chapter 1, 2, and 3. And then you also have to do the digestive system in here. You have to draw a picture. And here is the third page. So here is the end of Doc 1. for some reason, students always, not always, but many times think that they don't have to do the last question. And I really don't understand why. It's imperative, it's complete. And that includes that third question, that number 3 there. So I look to make sure pieces are done. I don't, I scan the documents when you hand them in. I know exactly what is required, and I also know to read certain sections to make sure you did it right, and I also expect the drawings as required. So all of that is important to help you learn the material. So here we start Doc 2, right here. And you'll see again objective, and then it goes through all different things. Now here it says draw and label. That means you draw a picture, and then you label on that picture these items. And you're also supposed to explain the functions of those items. And this continues on with the same material that's in Unit 2. It also is a pretty long doc. Here's the end of Doc 2. Doc 1 and Doc 2, or Test 1, Test 2, take about 4 weeks each to complete. Now, Doc 3 and Doc 4 go into the second half of the class. Well, actually, the second third, I'd say. We don't have as much time. But Doc 3, we start looking at human systems, or other animals too. You can see circulation, respiration, immunity. A lot shorter doc. You don't have to complete all 4 docs. You can do 1 doc and not do any more. And here's Doc 4. And that's the last page. So this is online, and hopefully you'll have looked at this video and get a better understanding of what you need.